Good morning. This is Good morning. This is Catania Alvin. It is the 12th of the 11th or 12th of November, and my goodness, here we have American intelligence media with election fraud, Joe Sullivan, Cloudflare, and the rigged Florida elections. They've really got it well sussed out here. I'm going to play you some of this. The rest will be in the description box, and do go into it.
Welcome to the American Intelligence Media. I'm your host, Douglas Gabriel, Thomas Paine in the ass of the globalists, and I'm welcoming Michael McKibben to the show. How are you, Michael?
Great. Happy Friday.
Well, thank you so much. And, I just want to say I'm so happy that you called up and said that the rigged election in Florida, you can now prove who it is that's at the controls. And it sounds like you want to, a swarm of techies to zoom around this guy's head and basically say, would you please stop interfering with our elections and sending your materials, our secure materials, out to, where's he, Silicon Valley, and then through Cloudflare, and then he can do with it whatever he wants. And so you have shown already that the encryption keys are in the hands of foreign agents, basically, let's call it. I call them globalists, but basically they're foreign countries with foreign interests that are controlling the crypto keys that ensure that what is sent out of our election machines, when it is sent from a county to the state, or from the state to the federal government, wherever, that those encryption keys are controlled by very nefarious people. And you are going to name that person today, which we have yet to quite name them. We've named certain people who held these keys, like Orlando Bravo, like Jerry C. Jones, like Hillary Shanghai Clinton. But now we have the person who came back to show that Silicon Valley really wants to control all our encryption keys, so that every single communication on the internet goes through these people who have private and public encryption key authorization, which keeps everything secure.
And the Queen, the Privy Council of the Queen, also has its fingers in manipulating around the world elections.
We can really trust these people, can't we, Michael?
Okay.
The Florida Fixer, we'll call him. The Florida Fixer.
What's that?
We'll call him the Florida Fixer.
No, he's bigger than Florida. What I want to do is figure out a way to talk about digital keys and encryption without getting off into the weeds, because this particular subject is why our whole constitutional republic has been undermined by a very large group of, I'm going to call them digital termites, that are chewing away at our foundation below the surface. They know nobody knows what they're doing and how they do it or when they do it, but as we can now see, our building is starting to fall down.
Digital termites is a perfect phrase for it, because it literally undermines everything that we do. We're completely based on this sort of technology.
And these digital players, these digital encryption players, as it's turning out, are literally the termites that are going to undermine our foundation. And I've known this for a long time, but the problem with this subject is encryption is so boring for most people, and so esoteric and so related to math that most people don't understand it. And therefore, whatever happens in the digital realm is not understandable. But everybody understands what a key is, because we all use it on our front doors and in our cars. And essentially, encryption is the digital version of these keys. And it's now one of the things we've never known at a tactical level is who is the actual engineer player that's driving the bus. And I am 95% confident that we finally found him. And his can talk about him pretty in detail because he is now the chief security officer for a company called Cloudflare, that not only handles what is called a certificate authority for digital keys for Cloudflare, but also for, it appears, all of the other players in the certificate authority world that have developed a concept called chaining, where they've tied their databases together behind the scenes. So even if you need keys from somebody that's not one of your customers, you can just use this chaining system to go grab it out of somebody else's repository. And this person's name...
Did you get that? Did you get that? Here we go. Here's the name coming up.
...is Joe Sullivan.
Joe Sullivan.
And...
involved in rigging Florida elections, allegedly.
The guy has another one of these magical resumes where he has just jumped from one major company to another. He has gone from PayPal to eBay to Facebook to Uber, and he also was on Obama's Cybersecurity Council in 2016, a direct appointment, and he's now at
Birds of a feather flock together.
Cloudflare, and this is following a huge data breach while he was chief security officer at Uber, where, let me get the number right, 57 million user accounts were compromised, and then he was caught trying to cover it up.
57 million user accounts were compromised, and then he was trying to cover it up
by paying the hackers that stole his information, $100,000 to delete the data.
Ah.
And then after that came out, he was then fired from Uber. And then, isn't this interesting? With such a...
Fired? But this man should be in jail.
A black mark on his resume, he immediately went to Cloudflare. And right now, and this is the reason this is so important for us today, is that he now literally holds the digital security keys for the state of Florida's election systems.
He holds the digital keys for the state of Florida's elections and other states as well.
As well as the state of Ohio's election systems. And as it's turning out, we can directly, so far, we're still doing research, but we can directly tie him to about 12 to 15 states, and it's likely all of them. But, and we're talking about direct ties to Ohio, Florida, Hawaii, Rhode Island, Arizona, Arkansas, Idaho, Indiana, Minnesota, Montana, New York, North Dakota, and Utah. And most of those, the last ones I read, those keys are being held in the United Kingdom or Sweden. So this guy's clearly roams the planet with his capabilities, and his name again is Joe Sullivan. And my recommendation is that the citizens of Florida use this as an opportunity to really start digging into the background of this Cloudflare company and start taking a close look at the digital messages that have been passed back and forth inside the state systems, and compare the original message with the message received on the other side. And my hunch is you're going to see that the messages have been changed, and that this is probably the source of all the election rigging that's going on, or a lot of it in Florida.
I'm putting it in the description box. Cheerio, God bless, have a wonderful day. This is Catania Alvin signing out. Bye-bye.